Good evening, I'm Bernie Taupin, and I thank you for your support. Is this the dream team or what? I have to say, there's a great deal of self-satisfaction in being asked to perform this particular duty. And while it's been an honor and a privilege to be involved in this show, it's a greater honor still to say that I not only know this man, but that he's been my artistic collaborator for over half of my life. It's written that there is a purpose to everything under heaven, and Elton John has made his purpose undeniably clear. From his forthright honesty, and I'd call him a pioneer in that particular field, to his commitment to a cause desperately in need of fearless workaholics. With Elton, there isn't any verbose dialogue, no long-winded speeches aimed at preaching to the converted, just a tireless dedication to getting the job done. Any way he can find, any extra minute he can squeeze in, he'll use it to instigate some method of making that extra buck to add to the enormous contribution he has already made. In his quest to ease the pain of those suffering, he awakes the shadows of compassion in a cynical world. He lends support not from distance, but from direct contact, and makes his presence felt in ways that are both comforting and supportive. He refuels dignity and instills courage, and in so doing, I believe he has found his own courage rekindled in the strength of those he has seen slip away. Mark Twain said, "A classic is a book which people praise and don't read." Elton makes it possible to read his emotions without a necessity for praise. That makes him a classic in my book. When this epidemic is wiped off the face of the planet, we'll all look back and we'll all have our heroes. This man is mine. Ladies and gentlemen, Elton John.
Well, you're not going to believe that bullshit, are you? Really? I'm a diva, remember? I stand here tonight as your official gay recipient. Thank you. Anyway, listen, I'm not a man of words, but tonight I'm going to try and make an effort. Following such eloquence from my fellow recipients, it's going to be hard, but first of all I would like to thank the AIDS Project Los Angeles for bestowing this honor on me. And I've been reluctant and reticent to accept it for a while because I didn't think that being a man of privilege that I am and to lead the life that I have, which is a privileged life, deserves any more recognition than it already gets. But if it helps spread the cause and it helps bring money into this much needed pot, then hey, I'll take it, all right? Thank you. There are many people I'd like to thank. I'd like to thank my band who worked their fucking ass off tonight. I've already got a couple of new ideas for my show, I Will Survive. Viva Las Vegas, as you can see. I'd like to thank my fellow artists, my peers, for coming onto this show and giving their time and energy and support for this fabulous evening. But most of all, really, to all of you for coming tonight and spending megabucks to see us lot perform for you. Thank you. The CD is available in the lobby as you leave. Anyway, I'd like to, later I'll get to the piano later. This is when I get to speak. It's my only fucking chance, right? I'd like to thank the members of the Elton John Ace Foundation who just, I'm just a figurehead really. I go out, it's very easy for me to raise the money, but then these guys have to go and figure out a way to spend it the best way possible. And that isn't easy, and I'm being serious here. John Scott, Virginia Banks, Sarah McMullen, John Reed, and all my board members, and the National AIDS Fund in Washington, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now comes the bit where you can get out your handkerchiefs, right? Here we go. Maybe you can borrow Tom Hanks's. Where is it? I'm an Englishman, as you might well know, and I've had a lot of love and acceptance in this country. This has been my second home for many, many years. This is where I came out in this country. I've slept with half of it. And boy, was it good. Well, never mind anyway. But I would like to thank you, fellow Englishmen who are here, but most of all the American people who took me to their hearts at the Troubadour Club in 1970. And this country means so much to me. Thank you. I was going to go through the story of my life, but you haven't got 3 weeks. Became successful, took a lot of drugs, went off the rails, said he was bisexual, got married, the whole thing, right? I'm trying to praise you this down here. What happened in my life is that I abused my power, I lost my self-respect, I became a drug addict, and I lost my sense of values, and my life was a pile of shit, basically, and so was I. And all around me, this epidemic had broken out. I'd lost friends, I was losing friends, and I couldn't be there for them because I couldn't even be there for myself. And that's a horrible state for anyone to be in. Certain things changed that attitude. I'm a fairly intelligent person. I knew there was a problem, but I just thought I could solve it all on my own. And some things helped me change my attitude, gave me the idea, put the thought in my brain that maybe I could change my life and become a good person instead of wasting my life. That really happened when I spent time with Jeannie, Andrea, and Ryan White. I knew that my priorities in life were totally messed up. I spent the last week of Ryan's life in Indianapolis with his family. They taught me about dignity, they taught me about compassion and forgiveness. I used to walk into a room and say, I don't like the color of this room, I'm not staying in it. I still do, but I'm sober now, it doesn't matter. When you're drunk, you say it with a different attitude. I'm not staying in here! Give me another plane, I hate the color of this one. It's true. This family, this wonderful boy, taught me that my life was like it was. It was awful. And shortly after that, the penny dropped, and I got on my knees and asked someone for help, which was very hard for me to do because I thought I was famous and I could do everything myself. Wrong. And you should never be afraid to ask for help. It took me 16 years to say 3 words, I need help. My soul had barely just gone out, and I said those words, and my soul came alive again. And I thank whatever happened to me at that particular time that it did happen. Because now, I think I'm being more and more responsible in my life. I feel I'm an adult, I can do things, I can be there for people. I am a responsible human being. I got my life back. I said I slept with half of America, and I came out of it HIV negative. I was a lucky, lucky person. It's my job to repay that debt. And it's I will, as long as I live, I will help and fight this cause. I will do anything I can to help the people, my friends, my ex-lovers, people that I haven't even met that die from this disease. You know, we must never forget. I've been at Auschwitz, I've been to the Vietnam Memorial, and I've cried at both places. I've seen the quilt, and I've cried. And those people who died for those causes unnecessarily, we must never forget them. We must never, never, never forget the dignity and courage that they showed. I want to honor their courage and dignity by making a commitment to myself that I will always, always try the best and do the best I can for people with HIV and AIDS. And I will take the oath, whatever. I'm committed, and so are you for coming tonight. And I thank you, and God bless you for doing that. Thank you. Finally, I would like to say a huge thank you to Bernie Taupin, who introduced me. I've been a very lucky man. I've gone through all these horrible ordeals in my life and self-abuse, and still got those same wonderful people around me that are the cornerstone of my life. And, you know, he's like a brother to me. He was the person, I fancied him like mad at the beginning as well. We had bunk beds, you know. He was on the top and I was on the bottom. Story of my life. Actually, that's not true. I can see USA Today now. Oh! Right, enough of this. I am being a diva. I need to see my piano. Get the piano out!